All right, welcome back. We want to talk weather now with our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo. I don't think anyone has ever been so happy to see a rainy day at the end of summer. Today was the day.
Oh my gosh, and we got a decent amount of rain. It is quite incredible how much rain has fallen across parts of the inland Northwest. In just the past, say, oh man, we're not even going back 12 hours. We're going back 8 hours.
Isn't that amazing?
It hasn't been that long.
What a difference it made, though.
Yeah, and when it comes to the rain, think of it this way. If you go camping and you have your campfire, it's burning for hours, you dump that first bucket of water on it, and kind of nothing happens. Unfortunately, that's where we are. But what this is doing is it's soaking everything around the fire, and all the spots that are not quite fully hot spots are getting a little bit of help. But when it comes to the active fire and those really hot spots, we need more rain and more consistent. Unfortunately, that rain moves out after today, and then it's a little bit breezy as we get into the day tomorrow. But all of this rain kind of mitigates the risk of the wind early tomorrow that we would otherwise be, I don't want to say panicked about, but 15 to 20 mile per hour winds in a dry fire environment is not a good thing. We talked about some of these numbers, about 4/10 of an inch on the Oregon Road fire, about a half an inch of rain falling on that fire out, or the gray fire, excuse me. And that is just a small snippet of where we're seeing all the moisture. Widespread, it has been falling across the region, and in the mountains, 1 to 2 inches of rain is causing some flood watches to go into effect. A couple of bolts of lightning in this round that's kind of moving up near Lewiston. That in southern Whitman County is going to lose some of that convection. Most of the convection stays in the mountains. We might squeeze out a little bit more moisture as that little band lifts to the north, but it does look like a bulk of that moisture kind of translates over into Idaho. And then early tomorrow, we might squeeze out another gust or two, but overall, it is really just going to be the wind as we get into the day tomorrow. A stark difference from where we've been the past couple of days. Wind will gust at 15 to 25 miles per hour out of the southwest. That would be a big issue, but once again, we got the moisture, we have the moisture on the ground, we have the moisture in the air, and that makes all the difference. So once we get through kind of tomorrow morning, which will be the worst of the wind, then we kind of calm down and dry out for the rest of the week. But let's talk it. Air quality alerts. They're still in effect through noon tomorrow. They might not last that long, but overall we are still unhealthy for sensitive groups. We talked a bit about rain versus wind. Wind is a much better way to clean out your air. Look at last night. We didn't see any rain here in Spokane, but we got good air quality. We held on to that through about 7 o'clock this morning, and then as rain returned, the wind brought in more smoke and we saw a worse air quality. Tomorrow I think it's better, and I think it remains a little bit better until, say, the weekend when we might see a little more.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much.